Hello, Scorpio. It's your turn for your reading. I do apologize. I'm trying to get everyone's done this month. I feel like since we moved in about July, about last month, it's been really hard to get on time for the readings. Someone asking Virgo reading. That possibly could be done after you guys because it was asked, but I wanted to get Scorpios out because I felt like Scorpio's reading was ready to do. So usually I just go by who I feel is next. So Scorpio, you're up. I pretty much have a lot of the cards out for the reading for different sections and different part of the reading. So we're coming into the month of August, and Scorpio, the thing that came to me, because I know a few Scorpios myself. I work with a Scorpio. I have a friend who's a Scorpio. Two have friends that are Scorpios, kind of. One has Scorpio North Node and one has Scorpio Sun. And just Scorpio energy. I have it in Pluto, and my fiance has it in Pluto as well. Alright, the thing that's coming up for me, Scorpio, is love of a lifetime. Past lives, karmic cycles ending, and things beginning. Which that's normal for Scorpio. I do feel like there's a lot of passion, a lot of drive you have within you that you really need to get out to the world. Maybe there's visions, I don't know why, ecstasy, visions of things happening in your foretell future. Alright, so I'm not going to say exactly, but we have the Ten of Cups starting out in your reading, and the first thing that came to my mind was past life. Currently, some of you, I feel like you have a family or you've had a family in a past life. Maybe you were estranged to your spouse. Maybe there's some conflicts going on in the home department and the passion department. I do feel like there's a lot of passion with what you have to say about what happened in the past, stays in the past. I do feel like there's a lot of openness, there's a lot of availability, there's a lot of opportunities here for you in the month of August. I do feel like there's a lot of options you have and what you can create best suited or best suitors for you. I do feel like there's a lot of people around you trying to support you, trying to help you. Your angels, your guides, your spirit is trying to help you to move forward. So I think when it comes to your communication, I think there's this sense of air about Scorpios in general that has this very seductive charm to them. I do feel like you're battling with inner demons, inner conflicts when it comes to your stability. I do feel like that has to do with that. I feel like you want to get out of the suffering of instability or unsatisfied or uncompletion of your life. I do feel like there's a soulmate around you or will be in the future. I do feel like you have a lot of love and passion for them, or love to be existed, or love to be shown. I do feel like there's a lot of past things you're trying to move away from, and you're gladly moving away from them. So, clarification on what's going on with that, we have the Magician card, Knight of Swords, the Hermit, uh, Seven of Pentacles, Death card, which is your card, and the Seven of Cups. So, I feel like you're on a journey, Scorpio, of manifesting the greatest life that you want to. But when it comes to your financial stability, it hasn't been the greatest. And I feel like normally for Scorpios, they get what they want. They don't have to play rough or tough. They get what they want. They desire it with passion. So I feel like you have a lot of passion to move forward, a lot of options on what you can do to stabilize your pentacles, your love department, as well as your passions in life, because I feel like there's a lot of drive within you to get things done, get things moving, but at the same time you're restricting your needs, you're restricting your wants and desires. So maybe you're playing cool, maybe you're playing safe. I do feel like you've been doing a lot of inventory on past situations, past people, which I feel like you really loved a Gemini for some of you, or you're connected with a Gemini, or someone around you is a Gemini, you're dealing with a Gemini. I feel like you have connection to that. Maybe you were in a past situation with a Gemini and you're involved with someone else. But I do, and Scorpio, so you could be dealing with another Scorpio. So another air sign as well. Libra, Aquarius. But I do feel like things went right in the past with this person, but it didn't last long. So whoever that may be, it may not apply to everyone. You know, you ended that situation, but I do feel like there's options that you have in front of you when it comes to what you can do with your stability, because stability is coming up for me, that I'm feeling for that. So, but like I said, I do feel like there's a soulmate around you, or will be around you, in times to come. Alright, so we're going to get into the other part, which is basically singles in relationships. Alright, so this is for singles. I do feel like for the single Scorpio, you came across possibly Cancer. Um, I do feel like for some of you, you may be in a relationship but feel single. I do feel like you're trying to move forward. You're trying to end things as well as maintaining your strength. So, for some of you Scorpios who are single, I feel like there's a lot of sex drive within you. There's a lot of restrictions from what you can do and what you can't do. But I do feel like when it's involving another Scorpio, Leo possibly, you could have Leo in your chart as well as Cancer and Pisces. So I do feel like Scorpio, you've met this Cancer and they make you feel helpless. I do feel like there's a lot of love for them. It could be a friend, it could be a connection of some kind in the past that they remind you of. I do feel like it's giving you a lot of strength in this relationship. It's helping you overcome the death of a loved one, or death of a soulmate. Maybe they were the death. Maybe there was a death of some kind with this Cancer. I do feel like they're your wish fulfillment. They do make you very happy. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of maybe codependency with this Cancer or with this Scorpio that is unfulfilling in some way, because you want to move forward on them or them. You want to do things with them more. Maybe even possibly date them. But there's a lot of conflicts with that. And it could be work related. It could be something involving something that they're solid in. Maybe they're in another relationship. Whether it's friendship or it's just wanting to be with this person, I do feel like they make you really happy. Even if you spend a few amount of time with them, you enjoy their company, you enjoy spending time with them. So I do feel like they empower you, they make plans with you, they're your wish fulfillment, and it's solid. The love and the connection is really solid. Alright, so sorry I put that down, I had to move that out. So, those in a relationship. I'm sorry, why is the light so weird? I don't know. Alright, let's put that right there. Alright, so Scorpio in relationships. So, there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of things you're looking at. I do feel like this could be past lover as well, but I do feel like here, Scorpio, there's a lot of mischievousness when it comes to this connection in the relationship. A lot of going in, a lot of contemplation, a lot of things that you want to change and you're not afraid to change. It's just maybe you want to do the changing. And so things are cycling around. Things are becoming more solid, more serious in the relationship. But I feel like there's a lot of happiness conflicting with, I don't know why the devil energy came up, a lot of negativity. But I feel like things will balance out for you. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of understanding this connection, understanding your value, your worth in this connection. You could be dealing with a Virgo possibly, or Gemini, Libra, Cancer, or even a Leo. Um, I do see fire, earth, air. Um, Scorpio, I do feel like there's a lot of conflicting energy that's overthinking about a situation of the past. Maybe you're in between two worlds, two people, two situations. I do feel like there's a need to understand it, but there's a need to walk away from it and accept for what things are now, currently. I do feel like there's a lot of mischievousness going on. I'm not saying you're in a bad state of mind. I do feel like the person you're with really does make you happy, but at the same time, your intentions may be a little bit off about them, which is not a bad thing. I do feel like that you need to see things more clearly from a standpoint of all signs, because I do feel like if you're in a relationship, Scorpio, but you're having feelings for someone else, or you're starting to see someone else in some way, I do feel like there's a connection that maybe is not resolved from the past. There's something involving the past situation with a lover, maybe a Gemini, Aquarius. I do feel like there's a need to go within. There's a need to understand the situation better from each point of sides. And I do feel like, ultimately you love people. Ultimately, you don't mind the intense connections, because Scorpio does tend to get in these complicated scenarios where maybe they're involved with someone that's married, or they're involved with someone out of their league, maybe older, younger, wiser. Alright, so these are more clarifications of what's going on, what you need to hear. First thing I got with this card is don't let anyone dim your light. I do feel like there's maybe toxic friends or family that may be dimming your life out of you, fuckery. I do feel like if it's involving two people, two dynamics, I think it's understanding the duality of that. Understanding what really makes you happy, what makes you grow inside, what makes you fruitful and abundant, versus what drains the life out of you. And I feel like for some of you Scorpios, you've been torn between many worlds, maybe sexually, physically, mentally drained, because I feel like with these sticks, it's all paths that lead to something. Maybe you feel like there's a lack of some kind. The bedroom hasn't been the best. But other here, part of the pie, part of the puzzle, part of the success in your life, I feel like you're settling for less. And that's why I feel like for some of you, you're restricting your needs and wants because you're not fully access to your gifts in some way. I'm feeling a lot of betrayal with this card in some reason, because I feel like they're two faces, old and new. I also feel like this is the divide you have within you. You want abundance, but I feel like you're settling for less. I feel like if someone is not satisfying you, maybe in the bedroom, maybe there's other, not saying there's other people out there who could do that for you. I also just feel the need to say that there's a lot of lost loves you have in these paths, a lot of people trying to show you the truth of the reality. You have a lot of people for you. But I feel like there's the understanding that, just because you take a piece out of each pie, like let's say you've been with many people and you're trying to compare each other, you're trying to see through the angles. You could be a Gemini with a Scorpio placement, I'm feeling too. I'm really stuck on this card for some reason. And it's like no matter which puzzle, the piece, or which pie you break off, it's still going to equal out something. But I feel like you've been taking too much of something, or someone's been taking too much of you, and it's like, it's weird. There's a hidden person here. They're watching you. You're not aware of what's going on because I feel like you're distracted from people of the past. from situations that didn't serve you well, and I feel like they want to come in. Could be something involving a child, but I do feel like you're settling for less. You're only with someone because I feel like they make you happy in some way, but you're restricting your love for that person or restricting something. You want to go out and explore, but for some reason that doesn't seem like a Scorpio would do that. But I feel like the passion is gone. Maybe the sex drive's gone and someone doesn't want it or you don't want it. But I don't think that's you. I think it's the other person. There's just something that needs to turn around here. And so I feel like you're going to have to do a lot of soul searching. You're going to have to really open up. You're going to have to really ask Spirit, what can you do in this situation? Because I feel like at the end it's not serving you well. It could be toxic. So it's making you hesitant, making you nervous, making you don't want maybe things to end with a person or a situation. But I feel like if someone is draining, that's what I got from this card. If someone is draining the life out of you, it's not really a good relationship. And it's kind of like an incubus or succubus. They take more from you than they actually give. I do feel like you're in connection with someone that seems alright, that seems good, but at the same time, I feel like you're in it to either make someone jealous or you're in it because of the wrong reasons. Because I do feel like there could have been someone you recently met that reminds you in a little bit slightest way of your ex. But I feel like you're not over your ex. It's weird to say that, but for Scorpio, I really don't think you're over your ex. And I feel like a lot of people are coming up in your life and you're only with them because they remind you of your ex. But I do feel like there's a need or a slight hesitation to resolve something in the past. And I feel like a friend is going to help you do that, to see a broader perspective that there was things that you could have done differently in the past, but it wouldn't have played out the same way. Other things could have happened involving the person that could change the dialogue to the story. Because I feel like once you make a change or go back and fix a change, kind of like these movies, it changes the whole story, the whole narrative of the story. And I feel like you're finding people that remind you of your ex, but it's not fulfilling. So I feel like there was a recent person you met, two people. So I do feel like there's a person that you met that you had strong connection with. That's probably what this card's about too as well. You want to feel happiest with the person, but I do feel like there's another person in your midst that you have a strong connection with, but you're settling for something less because I don't think you're using that person in any way, but you could be using the person you're with, and you're not in the relationship with them. I just feel like it's toxic. I don't know. It's like I wouldn't, because I recently found out something about a friend of mine who I really feel strong feelings for and connections to, and it's like they're kind of getting to know someone, and it's like, why would they call them the succubus? Anyways, I just feel like this person only reminds you of your ex. That's why you're with them, or that's why you associate with them, because you like the feeling they bring. But you also like the conversation you have with them. And I feel like it's about getting down to the facts of what is true and what not. But like I said, there is someone around you that slightly reminds you of your ex, but in a different light. And you started seeing them and you started understanding their perspective of how things have been, and I feel like it's helping you remove or get over your ex. I do feel like that they want you to open up about it. They want you to open up about your past, which is helping you move on. I just feel like there's a need to be honest here about your true intentions, because I feel like for some of you, especially single Scorpios, you're not really honest with your intentions. And I feel like the only way you you knew someone's in a relationship, so you kind of moved on from them, but at the same time, it's killing you inside. You want to act on something, you want to procreate with this person, but at the same time, maybe you feel like it's not going to work, so you're trying to move on from them, but at the same time, you can't, because it's inevitable, it's fated, and it makes you wonder, like, how are things going to play out, or how are things going to work out. But I do feel like whether you're with this person or in friendship, you're going to be together, for a lifetime. And I feel like in a lifetime, you were with them. And I strongly feel like it was maybe something that happened like in a movie like the Titanic, because I do feel like you have a stronger connection with them. But this person that's draining you, I do feel like you like them, you like the conversation you had with them, but they also remind you of someone that you recently met months ago, and I kind of get that feeling. But they also remind you of your ex, which is not a bad thing. I just feel like you need to be honest with your intentions. Like, are you just wanting to talk to other people? See, I feel like you're moving on. You're trying to move on from this current person who's got you in a mental space where there's no action, and you're torn between two people, really. So you have a lot of passion, a lot of things to express to this person. So it's a decision that needs to be made really soon. Because I feel like in some way neglecting yourself, neglecting what you really want, because maybe it's something you can't have, it's forbidden. Yeah, so you got in the reverse of the green man. So you're looking at another person's relationship that you want. And you're kind of stuck, because like you want a lot of passion with this person. You want ecstasy. You want something to be given in this situation. And I do feel like long term things could happen. But you're not seeing the future. Like, it's a stopping point at a certain stopping point because you're with another person, or just something vice versa where they're seeing you. I'm going to get another perspective from their point of view after this. I'm looking at the other cards to get clarification. I'm just talking. Yeah, so there's a lot of sneaky energy with this person you're connecting with. I do feel like it's an old past soulmate connection that you were with. You were actually married to this person. You had stability, you had structure, you had a family. But it's kind of difficult, because it's like you want to take action, but at the same time, you don't know if it's going to happen. And I just feel like if it's fated, it will happen. Alright, so I'm going to shuffle these cards and see what we can get from the other person's perspective. I'll just read it to you. Alright, the other person's perspective on the relationship for Scorpio. Alright, that's way too much cards. Maybe you want a one-night stand. I do feel like you haven't had sex in a while. You really want to have sex with someone, especially this person you're connecting with, because you feel heat from them, but you can't do anything about it. Alright, so this is their perspective. Alright, you empower them, Scorpio. You've got them contemplating about their things. So you've got them to this place where they're able to create music, create harmony in their life. But I feel like they're jealous. And maybe they know something about this other person that you're connecting with, and it brought a lot of pain to them. And it's becoming a third party situation. Um, so I feel like this person's doing a lot of inner work, a lot of inner healing from the past. Maybe your past that you had together. And I feel like maybe they're seeing you more as a past soulmate. Maybe in this life you're friends. But I do feel like they do see a future with you, as weird as it is. So I do feel like there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of wonder. There's a lot of things up in the air about this connection they're having with you. And I do feel like they want the same thing you have. You know, they want to work towards a goal. But I feel like they're kind of having the same issue where they only see quite a future, and maybe they've had visions about you being with them, as weird as it is. But I feel like you looked at it more like what happened in the past, but they see it as the future. And I feel like their problem that they're having is they're with another person that's maybe blocking the happiness, maybe blocking the love. I do feel like there was some type of argument they had with their person, and it's got them laid up at night crying and like in tears because they want to be with you. They honestly do. They want to have children with you. They want to live the life with you. But at the same time, it's like, how do you do that? You know, how do you spread your wings? How do you get out of a situation where there's not a whole lot of passion? And maybe in some way you're struggling with that. There's not passion. And if you're a Scorpio that's single, there's definitely not passion there. It's like you want to connect with someone. You want to innerly deep dive with someone. And, you know, recently you had a discussion. It could have been last night. You had a discussion with them where they literally told you they think about you sexually. They masturbate. It makes them go nuts. Alright, so it's coming up again for you. I do feel like jealousy. You're jealous of this relationship that you see in them. You want this. You want this passion with them. Alright, so there's a lot of conflicts. There's a lot of challenges and burdens you're carrying. But it is empowering you to move forward in a direction, and it is very past life type of energy. So go for it. You know, I do feel like it's not bad. And I feel like you don't want to be the end of a relationship. You're hesitant. You know, I see that. I feel that. You're hesitant to move forward in a direction with them because of heartbreak, because you don't want them to end things with their significant other. So maybe you've distanced yourself a few times and you've said that to them because you don't want to get too close. You don't want to burn bridges. You don't want to end relationships, but you can't help to touch them. You can't help to be close to them. You know, and I feel like maybe you're waiting more on their part to see what they're going to do because you really want to ignite their fire as well because you feel the love and the connection. So you could be dealing with a Libra, a Gemini, or a Sagittarius. You want things to balance out. You want to be happy with this person. But at the same time, how can you do that when they're not going to give you what you want? But I think you understand it from their perspective, Scorpio. I was going to say Sagittarius. You understand the passion and the happiness that this person brings to you. You understand the fulfillment that they bring to you. They really inspire you. Your creative side, you guys can create the life that you want. And I feel like you're at this butterfly effect where this connection is so powerful. it has a great effect on you, and it's twin flame. I'm going to say it's twin flame connection. And I do feel like this person could have had some difficulty in the past life, maybe having children, maybe in some way creating the life that you wanted, because in some way they couldn't do it. They didn't open up and express to how they have with you. Alright, so why do I feel like I need to do past and present? This is a long ass reading, but I'm doing it. Alright, let's see what's going on in the past. I'll pick 2 cards for you, 2 cards for them. The past. Past Scorpio's relationship, how they feel about them, how they feel about each other. So 2 cards for Scorpio of how it was in the past for them. Alright, so there's a lot of, I'm feeling in the past, there's a shipwreck. There's kind of a shit show. You guys definitely were together. I do feel like they saw you go out to war. Maybe you were Vikings. There was a lot of security in the relationship, but I feel like there was a death, there was a rebirth, there was a transformation. So let's see their point of view of what's going on in the past that links up to what happened to you and them. This is intense. But you like intense, right? Even though it's hard. Alright, so in the past, yeah, they still got that card, empowerment. There's a lot of communication, a lot of wondering, a lot of things up in the air. I do feel like I said, there was a lot of bond with them in you. And I feel like there was some type of transformation, change that happened that maybe ended it. They were waiting around for you because you went to war. I do feel like that. Alright, so I'm going to do present. And I don't know why I'm asking this, but I'm going to ask it. Will they be together in the future? Will Scorpio and this person be together in the future? I do feel like they will be together, you and this person. This person you really have a connection with, twin flame almost. Let's see what the cards say. Spirit, give me the answers. The right answers, the clarity answers. Alright. See, the word that came to me was yes, but some of these cards are in reverse, so let's put them to positive. Positive change. Alright, so I do feel like don't get caught up in your emotions of things, because there might be a need to do that. I feel like if you want this, you really want this, you're going to have to really work on yourself. You're going to really have to improve your self-worth and self-identity, because I do feel like there is some of this triggery energy in connection with this person. I do feel like it's solid. You want to move towards it in the future. But I do feel like you need clarity, and right now you don't have it. So presently I do feel like you need to open up to your divine abilities. You do have a lot of psychic creativity energy, a lot of releasing to go through, but there's a lot of trickery energy with this connection. But it is solid connection that you really want. And so I would go towards it, see what happens, because it's going to give that stability that you need, that happiness, but you really need to open up to your abilities and meditate more, because I feel like if you're not aware of your emotions, you're not aware of what's going on, it may deflect and cause a lot of interfere. I feel like on their part, they're going to express to you from the heart. So this is a heart connection, I feel like. In their part, there's hesitation about something that has to involve Taurus energy. So maybe next year, things will be more highlighted and creativity. For some of you, it could be pregnancy, but I'm feeling like there's a lot to create that they want to create, but there's a lot of letting go. There's a lot of hesitation on this connection, but I do feel like they're opening up more to you, but they're very cautious as well as fully uniting their power. So I feel like this person more in the future is you're inspiring them. If it's not with a connection and it's just friendship in the future, I do feel like they're fully going to be themselves around you. And I feel like they're letting it go, this hesitation. They're just fully accessing their gifts. If it is through piano, if it's through some type of artwork, I do feel like they're voicing you and showing you and expressing to you. But they need to let go of their hesitation with it, because I feel like there's a lot of hesitation to want to move forward because of restrictions, because of things maybe ending. They don't want to hurt people involved. So this is a very intense reading, and I do apologize for it being long, but that's what we got for you, Scorpio. Have a blessed day.